Hello friends, this is your host Sunny Bhatia. So today we are in day 10 of TDL training. We are going to talk about objects and collections again. Let us move. In the last session we saw option and how we can use the option, how we can use two collections in one report. Now let us see some advanced level of collections. To move to the advanced level, I'll move to a hierarchy of a voucher object. Now, as all of you are aware that voucher object is the only transaction object which are there. And further to it, there are different type of voucher types which are there, but on the transaction level, there is only one collection which is voucher. Now, voucher collection has some basic methods: date, voucher type name, similarly party name, party ledger name, address, basic buyer address. These are the some of the methods which are there, and there are further collections to it. And there are two main collections. One is inventory entries, which keep the detail of stock items, and ledger entries, which has ledgers, different ledgers in the collection. Now, the hierarchy that is there, the hierarchy that is used for voucher collection. Let me open a present presentation which gives a clear view of that. Let me open it and then we'll see how we can have that. So basic voucher collection, let us have it in more detail in the schema of TDL developer. So let us move to the voucher collection. So we have a voucher. These are the feeds methods which are there. Then you have all inventory entry, which has a single inventory entry. Under that, there is a batch allocations. Under batch allocations, then there are cost center allocations, excise allocations, expense allocations. These are some internal objects that Tally use. Then we have all ledger entries. So two main collections that are used while TDL writing are inventory entries and ledger entries. These are the two, and we'll just see by posting one sale voucher that how these entries are defined, and then we'll move ahead on the same. Now let me create one sale voucher on the basis of that. So since I have parties and voices, let me create one reference number and associates. So GST sale I take at, so it is a Punjab, so I take as interstate, and in name of the item I am taking anything. Now what has happened is, I suppose GST is not enabled in this, so let me enable the GST and even give it a state. So I am giving it Chandigarh, that is my home state. Now I again post the voucher. GST say interstate, and I take any one of the item. So I take a ledger as output IGST. Now still the IGST is not coming. That we'll see what the problem is in that. So I'm giving it a values. Now if I want to offer any discount, so let me create a discount ledger also. So I keep it as a apportionment. So I give a 5% discount. So this is my now this is my sales voucher which has this is a primary voucher type, voucher number, date. This is party ledger name. This is sales head ledger entries, part of the ledger entries, and these are inventory entries, which in this case has only one entry. And further output IGST and discount are also ledger entries. So I suppose this hierarchy everyone is clear about how the hierarchy of the voucher works. Now I'll just make a small report today. So let me first start my coding part today. So we are in day 10 today, and so let us. So today we are going to write a new report which will be on ledger voucher. Sorry, I'll keep this report because I'll be using this report at some later stages. So I'll keep this. I'm creating a new report right here. So my report has a form, and then I define a form. Now my form has a part. The part has a line. Line has a field. So here I give it as let us say my v type name. That means I am going to print a voucher type, and here I define my field and I set as voucher type name. Now I need one collection for vouchers. I name it as collection my vouchers, and type will be voucher. Now since I don't have a repeat, I have to put a context. So I give here repeat. So I'm repeating over my vouchers and scroll vertical to have scrolling, and let me create another item here only. I call it as my voucher report. and I call it as so. This is we have. So my voucher report comes and the voucher name of GST sales here, since we have only one voucher type at this point of time comes. So this is about vouchers. Now before starting the exact part of the voucher, we have a new exercise today that will be on ledgers. We'll be creating. We saw the ledger report. We have created one ledger report based on that. So we'll make one detailed ledger report which is called a address book. Since we all know that Tally doesn't have a address book, so we have an exercise of creating an address book. So we'll create the address book in Tally. So let us first find out what we have that are there in ledgers. So let me open one party. So I have ledger name. This is the mailing name. Let us say I'll print the mailing name, and this is the address, state, pin code. So if I have contact, phone number, mobile number, email, website, GST number, PAN number, credit period. Now, since you are going to create this report, you don't know at the initial level what are the methods that are going to be used. Now, how to find the methods that I have already told you that we move to the schema and we see what is a collection ledger. So we are since we are going to talk about ledger. So here we have all that. Let us say I want to see what is the country name. So we have the country to find the country. We have a country name. We have state. So let us see in S what we have in S. State name is there. Now let us see what we have in phone number. So that will be in P. So pin code is there. Uh, so phone number I didn't find. Pin code I have found. That is party GSTN. This is the GSTN number. So this is the contact ledger mobile ledger phone. So instead of phone it is ledger mobile and ledger phone. This I am just scrolling down to show you that how we can find out what are the methods that are available. Since you will be going to create a first report, you need to know what are the methods that are required for a ledger address book. Now, for this, I again create. Now, this report I'll try to give it a professional look, and we'll see what all we can have in this report. So, I say my address book. So, I'm just hurrying up a form. So here I had a filter of ledgers, my filter, and I put this filter here since either debtor or creditor is going to have address. So let me put that filter here, and I'll use this my ledger collection only for this my address. So I say repeat here. So I give here my ledger collection. So as usual, scroll vertical, and now I start my line. So I give it as, so since it is, I use it as, now the other name that I am having, how do I get, what is the method of that? Actually I know that it is a mailing name. So I use it as mailing name. So instead of ledger name, I'll be printing the mailing name since it is a address book. Now let me have one more field is parent. That means what is the group. So that will be parent. Now let me change this my voucher report to address book and call this as address book. So now I am seeing the address book, but it is only showing me name and the parent. Now there are some names you see they are coming there which are blank. That means the mailing name is not there in this case. So what do I do? I say that if I want to check whether the mailing name is blank or not. So I introduce my first internal function, that is empty. I use if is empty. The idea behind making this report is that we have to introduce a lot of new things like is empty is an internal function which we are introducing. So when we are making a live report, there are so many concepts we can introduce right there, and you'll be able to understand clearly how they are used. So I say if it is empty, then I'll print the name only. That means then I'll print ledger name, else I'll print mailing name. So now I have that rightly. Okay, now I have good. So let me set the height and width of the form. Okay, so now I have a full page. Now you see here at the top, it is showing me my address book only. So let me have a new attribute of the report which is called title. So the title will change the address book. So I have ledger address book. Now let us introduce. I want to print the address. What? How do we have the address? So let me see what is the method for address. So I suppose it is address only. Okay. So it is address only. So I print it as my ledger address. So we, since it is again a long field, I set as. So I have address. Let us see the report. So the addresses are coming. Let me increase the width of the same so that let us see what width I move it to 60, and so now I have address. That is good. But if I see, not all of them are having a complete address. If I notice that not all of the parties are having a full address. So if it is a multi-line address, like I take the example of this. Now Ace Logistics, let us see what Ace Logistics is we are getting in the report. So I see what is Ace Logistics. You see, it is only showing me the first line. While at the ledger, I saw that there is a two-line address. Now, what is this? We'll just understand that for today, we end here and this session here. In the next session, we'll study how we can create this address book fully. Thank you very much.